Hopefully you've already watched the movie crew theme video, which demonstrates good practice, as I see it anyway. Now we're going to look at, well, let's call it problems that can occur when you're movie making. I'll admit I've exaggerated issues just a little to draw attention to them, but I've seen most of these things in other videos, just not all in the same one. I'm using voice narration, despite the fact I don't like the sound of my own voice, because it's the most effective way to get the message across. And just so you know, I'm using a cheap PC headset to do this. But I've used Audacity free software to apply noise reduction and some graphic equalization, and the result, I hope you agree, is reasonable. You really don't need to spend a lot of cash on audio equipment. So here we go. The saving grace is that the introduction was short, but the music's inappropriate, the text effects aren't easy on the eye, and they don't fit together style-wise. Okay, we're panning without a tripod, hence the at-sea effect, which is disconcerting, but even worse, the autofocus is struggling to decide what it should lock onto. In the next scene, we're going to try changing the focus from the truck in the rear of the scene to the camera crew by pointing at them, and the autofocus made it, but hardly a smooth transition. This is the nice overall static shot of the station, and the camera guys are waiting for the train, so let's spoil it with a tasteless crossfade. The train's crossing the bridge, pleasant shot, good angle, but that's about all that's happening here. And if this was a 30 or even worse, 100 car train, it's going to be wearing a little thin by the end. So let's try it again, and we'll change the front angle view to looking up side on from the stream bed, and then a rear facing view as the train leaves the shot. Much more interesting, I hope you'll agree. The care point is ensuring that the train is in the same relative place to the scenery as each shot takes place. And to illustrate what we mean, here's a locomotive backing onto the turntable. The rear drivers are just in line with the edge of the pit around now, but we've moved back in time. And next shot we've moved forwards in time. And we just get onto the... oh, we're back in time again. Now sound synchronization. That's a big steamer labouring up the hill. Perhaps not. Whether it's a steamer or a diesel, you need to make some attempt to match the chuff rate or engine pitch to the locomotive speed. Continuity. The switch is shoving the hopper into a spur and the headlight is clearly on. And now it's off. Unbelievably easy to make this error. Speed continuity. Note the rotation rate of the drivers of the switcher in this shot. In the next shot, we pick it up again and clearly it's moving faster. Directional continuity. Our little friend's busy moving the hopper from somewhere to somewhere. Now, is this the same switcher on the same journey, or a different switcher or a different journey? And back to the original direction. Looks a bit like our dog racing back and forth outside the kitchen window. Now, you really don't want to do this. No one, except you and perhaps close family, cares who did what. By all means, credit any contributions from external sources, but keep the credits brief, because they probably aren't going to be seen. I hope you've enjoyed this short exploration of model railroad video making, so go make one. And remember, it's all about the story.